This is okay. This looks much better. Hello guys and welcome back to another video. My name is Svenja and today I want to go zero waste. I've been really intrigued by the idea of going zero waste for a long time, and I've made so many changes to my everyday life already to try and reduce my waste as much as possible for me. But my biggest downfall has always been food. I know that there is food available that you can buy without the plastic, but even with fruits and vegetables, which are a big part of my diet, it is often very difficult to buy them zero waste in a normal supermarket. So instead of going to the supermarket, you'd have to go to an actual farmer's market or go to a zero waste shop to buy them. Both of them are accessible to me, but it's quite difficult to transport large amounts of food because I just have a bicycle, and honestly sometimes I'm just really too lazy to cycle to the zero waste shop for half an hour to get my stuff. So yeah, I've been kind of putting it off and maybe trying my best not to buy like tomatoes in packages, but buy the loose ones instead. But apart from that, I've been really lacking with my efforts. So today's the day, the 4th of September, where I decided that I'm really gonna give this a proper try and do my best. And for this, I wanted to be really honest with you guys, show you the situation that I'm in right now concerning plastic waste and food, and also show you my game plan and on how I'm going to approach this zero waste lifestyle. So why am I doing this? Of course, the obvious reason is to reduce my impact that I have on the environment, to use less plastic, and also to show the supermarket by what I buy, what I really want to buy. There is this saying that you need to be careful where you put your money in. So this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to support the zero waste shops and the local farmers market instead of going to the supermarkets maybe, or just buying the zero waste stuff and buy less of the processed packaged things. Oh, I really love them and I'm so going to miss so many things. We'll see, it'll be worth it. If it'll be worth it. The second thing is that I really want to eat healthier and less processed foods. Well, I think my diet is not exactly terrible. I still think it has a lot of food that is too artificial, that has been pre-cooked, is canned or something. And although I eat like lots of salads and fresh produce, I still feel like that I'm eating too little and that I kind of sometimes destroy my taste buds by buying all this pre-packaged food items. And I also want to see how that makes me feel, and what comes with that is that if you buy a lot of fresh produce is that you have to cook a lot more. I cook every day anyway, but if I want tomatoes I just use the canned version, and I just want to see how it makes me feel to prepare things from scratch. One other big thing is, for example, red cabbage. I normally buy it like frozen and then I just defrost it. Yes, I'm a lazy girl. But if I make it from scratch, will it be different? Will my eating behaviors also change a little bit? Because maybe it makes me more cautious about the food that I'm eating. And this is something that I'm really curious about. So kind of a back to basics thing, and relearning how to cook, relearning how to prepare food and also enjoy food, because I think if I prepare something from scratch, I care about it a lot more and it makes me a lot more cautious about what I'm eating. So yeah, to start the whole thing off, I think I have to show you what we're dealing with and go to the kitchen and show you all the food that I'm having. Welcome to my kitchen. This is what it looks like normally when it's been used, and there is my food. You know, what the heck, let's take it all out. So I pulled almost everything out. This is what I'm left with, just the cans and stuff because they have no space on the table. Yeah, this is all that I'm left with in here. And this. Seeing it all like this is ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. So I tried to organize it a bit by categories. which I failed after 2 seconds. So I've got all the sweets and the snacks over there, dried tomatoes. This is like all the stuff that I have to use up, the different pastas and grains and crisps, the wrap thingies, flours for baking, muesli, some random stuff. And I don't know where to start. This is incredible. Just look at it. And also look at how much plastic and waste there is going on. There's not a single thing that is not in a plastic packaging. And we buy these things so mindlessly. Be reminded it's just for one person. It's just for me. Just for me. Just for myself. And even after I just reorganized the stuff, most of the food is inside this big thing. Because it was the snacks that was making everything really cluttered. This is what it looks like. So I've got everything sorted. It looks a lot better. But I mean, the food is still there and it's not gone. So yeah, let me show you the fridge and the freezer now. What my freezer looks like. Not all of it is mine, but the berries are mine, the bananas, the bread, the fish, which I don't eat, but my boyfriend does, some sausages, and some ice cream and herbs. So it's not looking too bad. And then there is the fridge. Again, this is not all mine, but like most of it is mine. Although I'm not the one eating all of it. So let's start here. Some grapes, which are look a bit pathetic. Then I've got margarine, different ketchup, and some limoncello, which is nice. Some gnocchi, some more spread. Then I've got like this coffee, which again is not mine, but my boyfriend's, but it's still in my fridge. Then I've got homemade jam from my grandma, some pepperoni, more margarine, some pastry dough, olives, chocolates, mayonnaise, and then the soft drinks, sriracha, some iced tea, apple juice, beer, a smoothie, some other drink. And then this is the one that I should be having more of. Mind you, my fridge is really empty right now, which is vegetables. And I have quite a lot, but most of them are canned, if I'm honest. And in plastic. So some lettuce, some tomatoes, and cucumber, zucchini, and leek. And then on this side, I'm like sitting on the ground right now, some wine, which is unopened, some milk, some Coke, chocolates and soy sauce and vinegar for sushi, some paste, which is probably gone off, then some vegan cream, mustard, some chocolate, which is half empty, mustard, and then garlic, some more paste, half of a sweet potato, one pathetic looking piece of banana, and some yeast. Yeah. And in the corner of the kitchen I have some potatoes, like tons of them, more potatoes. That's my protein powder. And then I have onions and bad onions. I almost didn't want to show you, but I really want to keep this real. So in my room I have this. This is like my sweets cabinet, and there is just tons of energy bars and little gummy bears. And to be fair, most of them I use for my like bike tours and stuff. I do not eat all of this like on a regular basis, but I guess the only healthy thing that is in here is this fruitcake, and the rest is just like gummy bears. And of course, again, it is all in plastic, and I know you can buy them zero waste. They do not have the variety, and I think this is what I'm going to struggle with most, is that when I buy at the supermarket, I just have a wider variety of things available to me. Of course, during this first, let's say, month or the first few weeks, I will still be consuming a lot of food that comes out of plastic packaging, and that is simply because I will use up the food that I have right now. Also, I'll see how difficult it is to keep my fridge and my pantry kind of plastic free, because I am in a relationship and I don't know if my significant other will be on board with all the crazy stuff that I want to try out. So we'll see, because I do not want to compromise anyone else. and this is just an experiment for me, so I might still be buying things in plastic, but I hope that some of the habits and the things that I am learning will of course rub off to other people, but I won't force it. And this is something I'm totally against with every kind of lifestyle change. Don't force it on other people. You leading by example will be enough to eventually make other people see things in a different light. So I won't change his behavior and his food choices for this experiment. And if he wants something, then I will be happy to buy it. Another thing that I will be observing is my monthly spendings. Zero waste has kind of the prejudice. There's kind of the prejudice that zero waste is a lot more expensive buying in zero waste shops and stuff, because the foods tend to be a little bit on the more expensive side. Also, buying on the farmer's market is a lot more expensive. As you can see in the video that I linked up here, where I compare the same foods and amounts of food from Aldi and from the farmer's market. Yeah, so my average monthly spending on food, which again is not solely on me, but also partially on my significant other, is 150 to 200 euros. And this includes if I want to eat out or get some takeaway food, for example. So this is not solemnly on the things I spend on food from the supermarket, but this is on like my generally spending for food in a month. I tracked this for 4 months to get kind of an average, and my average for these 4 months was exactly 191.75 euros. And this definitely needs to be reduced. I remember that when I moved out of my parents' house, I gave myself a budget of 100 euros per month to spend on food, and I did it. So yeah, I somehow lost control over the things that I spend on food. Maybe it is because I spend less money on different things that I kind of overcompensate on the food side. But I don't know, these are just hypotheses, and we'll see how it goes basically. Again, the first month will be different, and I bet I'll be spending less money. Also, I'm going on holiday, and I'm also have to use up some of the things that I still have in my cupboard, and these ones I won't buy from the supermarket zero waste shop or and so on. So I hope that I can save some money there, but we'll see. And I honestly don't know how it's going to be. This is like a surprise package for me too, and I'm kind of nervous to do it, but also really excited. So let me show you the game plan that I developed. So the first thing I did is, when I decided to go zero waste on my food, I drew out this plan. Of course, this is like half German, half English, I'm sorry, but I wrote down different categories and wrote down the foods that I tend to eat on a regular basis. So for vegetables, fruits, the starches, toppings for like muesli or salads, other things that have no category, and sweets and snacks. So then I highlighted and marked the different foods in different colors to see where I can buy them, where I can potentially buy them, because I haven't checked that out yet. This is just like my thought process behind it. So the yellow stuff is for, I could buy this at the farmer's market or at the supermarket. The green things is for the zero waste shop, things that I know I can definitely buy at the zero waste shop food-wise. Then there is the blue ones, which are from like the bakery, which I can buy at the bakery. The red ones is foods that I can buy in glass packaging, because in the beginning I will still buy glass or foods in glasses, also because I can reuse the glasses to put my bulk items in. And then finally the like light purpley one is things that I can make myself. And this is gonna be a funny one. And and the bright pink is things that I'm absolutely not sure where I can get these. They are not essential, but once they're used up, I'd like to buy them again. So we'll see what I can do. I bet some of them are just not available at the moment. Maybe they will at some point, but I don't know where I can buy margarine or tofu, zero waste, protein powder, which I use for my smoothies, sriracha sauce, nori sheets, vanilla beans. Maybe I can buy them at the zero waste shop. I will see. And for example, jackfruit, these were just the things that I could come up with that moment, and this list will get longer. I will add more of the fruits and vegetables, and hopefully have a complete list. I hope this is going to be a series with different kinds of videos. I'm going to make some vlogs where I show you what I eat zero waste, what snacks I choose, what I snack on, how my food stash changes, what kind of waste I am producing, whether it is difficult, how I deal with this on travel. Like, by the way, I'm doing this at the most inconvenient time ever. It would be easy for me to hide certain aspects of going zero waste or just buying something and not showing you, but I want to keep this 100% real and help to make this like a little guide that some people can follow along, basically. I don't know, I am kind of excited, but then I'm also kind of scared at the same time because I've never done something so drastically in my life. I mean, in the beginning it's not even going to be that drastic, and I think that is good because it gives me some time to prepare for the time when I have to go to zero waste shop regularly and buy at the farmers market regularly. I have to find out when they have the farmers market here. I don't even know that. I just only go there if I am there by accident. So this is all just things that I need to find out for myself, and I hope you're going to enjoy this little adventure that I'm going on, and maybe you're inspired to change something as well. And even if it's just the little things, that's how everyone starts, I guess. I'm not perfect, I will never be perfect, but I hope to see you in the next video, which will be up soon, and see you then. Bye.